Morning, Thursday the 10th of February, nice chilly morning, off me long walk of the week. I go out every day, usually try to do about 4 mile, 45 mile a day. Usually on a Thursday I go and do a long one, usually about 15 to 20 mile. The one today I'm going to go from Evesham, or from home, through Hampton, which is a suburb of Evesham, out along the top of Evesham, along towards Cropthorne, where I bear left at the top of Smoky Lane, head out for Elmley Castle, head up through Elmley Castle, along the bottom of Bredon Hill towards Ashton under Hill, and down towards Sedgeborough, follow the Isbourne way, the river Isbourne, across to Hinton on the Green, and then back into Evesham. All in all, around about 15 miles. Okay, just in the grounds of St Andrew's Church, the 13th century church up in Hampton, so I just crossed the river in Evesham. A little bit about Hampton. It used to be a village in its own right until it amalgamated with Evesham. It is a growing suburb again now. There's a heck of a lot of housing going on, especially at the top end. It's still got a chain ferry down the bottom of Boat Lane in Evesham. It's a Raphael's restaurant. It goes across to Clark's Hill, which in past times the monks used to use, going from the Abbey to Clark's Hill, which there were vineyards. Hampton still has a post office shop, a school, a junior school, a pub, the cider mill. I think that's about pretty much it. And there is talk of a new footbridge being built to link Hampton to Evesham and make the walk a lot nearer for the massive amount of people who are living up here now. There's a sign of the footpath that goes down to where the ferry is now, the chain ferry. As you can see in the background is Bredon Hill, and later on we'll be walking along the bottom of that. I'll come back to you when we get there. Right, heading out towards Cropthorne now. That's over to the right in the distance there. But we'll be turning off before we get there, so I should do that one another time. We're carrying along this track now. So we meet there, Evesham to Charlton Road, Boston Lane. Cross that and turn left along to the main Evesham Pershore Road. Cross straight over, then it's going to be all footpaths to Elmley Castle. Just crossed over the main Evesham Pershore Road now, or the B Road, and climbed the stile and now heading towards the top of Smoky Lane, which is near Cropthorne, before we divert off towards Elmley Castle. In the background there you can see that's Bredon Hill, so we're going right along the foot of that this morning. You can see them in the background. Might not be a very good clear shot. That's the Malvern Hills there. Okay, we've just got to the top of Smoky Lane now. I'm going to turn off left down towards the small river and a bridge, cross that and across about 3 fields I think, and we should end up in Elmley Castle with any luck. Come back to you shortly. Right in front of me there, I'll just turn to my left, is a hamlet of Netherton. It's a hamlet of Elmley Castle, an area of outstanding natural beauty. The hamlet is basically a farm and a few farmers' cottages and the remains of a 12th century church. And that's about it. I'm not sure of the population there, very small. There's only about half a dozen houses there. Coming up through the main street in Elmley Castle now. The 12th century church here, St Mary's. Just before that on the right we've got the Queen Elizabeth pub. Got its name basically from Queen Elizabeth herself, who visited, she stayed in the village in 1575 after visiting Worcester. Just outside the village there's about half a mile, there's a deer park, which is owned by the Bredon family, apparently of which I'm a direct descendant. I don't know much more than that. They've also got a school here, a shop, and that's about it. You know, small village, and right at the foot of Bredon Hill. There are also the remains here of a Norman medieval, very important Norman medieval church, castle. That's slightly up on the hill, which I will do another time when I go up to the top of Bredon Hill, so we'll keep that one for then. And there's the Queen Elizabeth pub. Beautiful old building, does very well apparently. Plenty of black and white buildings here as well, as you can see. Stunning place. Looking back down the main street. Heading now up to the churchyard. And here we are, just arriving up at St Mary's Church. The footpath goes through here and they bear off towards the left in a minute. But I think it's an old duck pond I go by. And how's that for a nice bunch of snowdrops? Lovely to see, isn't it? First signs of spring. Okay, just come through the village of Ashton-under-Hill now. Straight across the road actually. A bit about the village, it's 6 miles southwest of Evesham. It's got 2 schools, which is unusual for a small village. First and middle school. The only pub here is a Star Inn, it's got quite a good reputation for food. What else have we got here? Well, there's many half timbered and thatched properties here. Manor House, St Barnabas Church, I think it's 11th or 12th century St Barnabas, and their claim to fame here I suppose is the local legend and author Fred Archer, who wrote many books on country life. There's also a little hamlet here just above the village up on the side of Bredon Hill called Paris, and it's got about 5 properties. Why it's called Paris I don't know, it's something I must find out about. Now heading across towards Sedgeborough, that's the next port of call. There's Dumbleton Hill in the foreground there. Now, coming along the Cotswold Hills, across in front of me there. Bredon Middle School, that's the middle school there, and there's part of Bredon Hill yet again, and the village of Ashton-under-Hill. Okay, we're now following the Witchaven Way for a short while. We're not far from Sedgeborough now actually. It's a lot nearer than what I thought from Ashton-under-Hill to Sedgeborough. Done it before, so it will take a heck of a lot longer, so let's see how we get on across here. Okay, just arriving in Sedgeborough now. First mentioned in the Domesday Book, has been owned by Worcester Priory. It's on the Evesham to Cheltenham Road, about 3 miles south of Evesham. Got 14th century St Mary the Virgin Church. There's a 16th century courthouse. Still have a first school here and a pub, the Queen's Head. We've also got the Wychavon Way going through here, and also the Isbourne Way. I mean, both of these I'm going to attempt this year anyway. Well, I have done them in the past, but I will do them and record them at this time. Also this year I was aiming to do walk the 1,000-mile challenge, which many people in the country are doing. At the moment I'm on target for 1,500 to 2,000 miles, so we'll just see where we end up. At the moment my goal is 1,500, so I think that's quite achievable. I also planned this year I want to walk a marathon. I can't physically run it, so what I'm going to do is walk the distance in a day, and I've planned I want to get the train up to Birmingham University Station, which is right next door to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, on the Worcester-Birmingham Canal, and walk back down to Worcester. I think it's about, I worked out about 27.3 miles. And the train back into Evesham. So wait till the weather gets a bit better, gets lighter, probably end of May, June time, attempt that one. Across the A46 soon, heading towards Hinton on the Green. Bit of the village there, you can see it in the background. St Mary the Virgin Church, there's a manor house there, and we're coming down the old main A46. Okay, we're about to enter Hinton on the Green now. This is a village 2 miles south of Evesham, and the village is split in two basically, east and west. The east is mostly 19th century housing, that's the older side, and the west is newer buildings and more modern stuff, and I think there's a factory unit there as well. We come up shortly to the mill. I think it was a corn mill, and the river diverts slightly. I suppose we used to use the wheel on the mill. Many houses on the east side of the village are leased by the Laslit's charity, which is set up by William Laslit in 1879. He was a local landowner, lawyer and MP. He also had almshouses built in Worcester. The school now, the old school is now a private residence. St Peter's Church is Grade 2 listed. It's 11th century. And they used to have a railway station here till the mid-60s, on the same line as Ashton Underhill. Obviously one of the Dr Beeching cuts. Okay, this is the old mill coming up now. That's obviously a private residence now. There's a small business on the right hand side of it. This is where the river diverted. The river goes along that side there, the top. This coming down here, the small weir down here. And that was obviously the diversion round to the mill itself, used to power the mill. That's the side with the newer houses on ahead of me that I'm going through, and the old side is up there by the church in that area. Back to follow the river again. We're back to following the Isbourne Trail again now. Just left Hinton on the Green now. It's only a small village, and heading towards Evesham. The last leg of the walk. Should be following the river now, pretty much all the way back into Evesham, which is actually the end of the Isbourne Trail, Isbourne Way, sorry, where the River Isbourne flows into the River Avon. So I shall do that. I'll cover that one in a future video. Starts up on up on Cleve Hill, a place called the Wash Pool, and down through Winchcombe, Bredon, Toddington, Wormington, Dumbleton, on across Sedgeborough, Aston Somerville, Sedgeborough, Hinton, back to Evesham. It's about just over 14 miles, so we will cover that one anyway. Very close to the football ground now. Little new houses are building there. I think you see that there's the floodlights of the football ground. I'm just coming back into Evesham now, about a mile till I get home. If you enjoy watching the videos, could you please like and subscribe to help the channel grow? And if you look down in the description below, I will leave a link to the route I've just done, one on Strava and one on Komoot, so you can download these and try them out for yourselves if you so wish. See you again next time. Bye.